Nikki, you're awake! Have any fun dreams?
I still remember the time we took this photo. When it comes to making our home an even better place, you can never have too many astrolites.
What a big harvest! Nikki, is this edible? Is this the magic of styling? When Nikki shows up, even falling meteors can't help but be drawn in.
Where should we go explore next?
It's just a light breeze. I'm not worried at all.
Ah, this world is even sadder than the drapes at the Backwater Theater. My passion has burned here for 20 years, yet it still can't light up your blinded eyes.
Are those lines from the performance you were rehearsing before?
Kindred spirit! Through your eyes, I finally see the reflection of true art. Miss Nikki, Mr. Momo, you've finally come to enjoy this one-man show.
We're not exactly free just this minute.
Mr. Leon, we have some other questions for you. Did you see Benny near the suitcase storage area before or after the poisoning that day?
Benny? No, I didn't see him. Why? Do you think he was the one who stole the suitcase? He doesn't honestly think that a few scraps of cloth will cover that broken face of his and hide his shameful past, does he?
You seem to know Benny's past well.
Why, certainly. This story begins with my glorious yet very lonesome past.
No need to be too detailed.
How can this shabby set ever be worthy of a stage that tells the truth? Near Barrel Grove, I will perform for you a play about the past.
Nikki, what do we do now? Should we ask the other PCs?
Tommy has been digging into Madame Julie's past and knows a lot about that era. Maybe he knows more about Benny.
Great, then let's find Tommy first.
But I don't know which of the seeds will bloom, who will be the sorceress to get through the storm. There's only one seed for a life. That's from As Rain Falls, As Flowers Bloom, right? It feels so different from what Madame Julie recited. That line only appeared in the premiere. I rewrote it later on. Benny really liked it. Back then, I always liked to oppose things he liked on purpose. After all, he could be pretty harsh. When I first arrived in Sichia, I felt like a bird finally flying far away. But Benny said little birds are light. Sometimes it's not that they flew far, but that the wind blew them away.
Wow, that was pretty mean.
He's always been stubborn. How is the interrogation going? We managed to expose Benny and Cooline's lies, and even piece together how they teamed up. It's too bad. Without concrete evidence, they just keep denying everything. Leora, do you recall there being any connection between Benny and Threadstar? Back then, I was so focused on researching performance costumes that I distanced myself from almost everyone. After becoming a PC, I never saw him again. However, back when Mr. Leon was still human, he often rented costumes from him. I even saw the two of them discussing the details backstage before my last performance. And Mr. Leon has always lived in Sichia. As a victim, he must remember the news when Threadstar was taken down.
Makes sense. Knowing him, he'd definitely jump at the chance to be interviewed and go on and on about how he was the victim.
Thank you, Leora. Sorry to trouble you with these questions. It's okay. I've asked myself over and over, if Benny is a criminal, I won't let him off. Otherwise, how could I face the strict lessons he taught me? When I was helping prepare for the Ripple Estate soiree stage, I heard that Mr. Leon was planning to rehearse near Beryl Grove today. You might see him over there.
Nikki, what should we do next?
I want to ask Tommy first. If it's about Threadstar, maybe he knows something.
Makes sense. Let's go find Tommy first.
Run it all down! Even if I don't make the headlines, at least give me a sidebar mention. Hey! Why, if it isn't Nikki herself! Oh, thanks to you, I was able to dig up the tune that Cersei used to whistle. A melancholy girl gazing at the wheat fields. This means...
It means you're really talented to dig up such details. I wonder if you know Benny just as well.
That guy only has Madame Julie and Cersei on his mind.
Ha! Don't underestimate me! In just a few days, I was able to uncover nearly all the secrets held by those folks from Sichia. Everyone except, of course, for the mysterious Leora. Yeah, but that's only a matter of time.
Please, tell us.
Benny? He was a great talent scout who made Cersei famous back in the day. They were both incredibly close to each other. When Cersei won the Golden Sichia Best New Artist Award, Benny cried so hard backstage he couldn't even keep his sunglasses on. Ever since Cersei unexpectedly died, his career dried up. Now, even the drink shop thinks he's bad luck and won't hire him.
Yikes. That workplace environment is just brutal.
After all, his temper and the scar on his face didn't win him any favors. Not to mention his time in prison.
Prison? What happened?
I remember it had something to do with Threadstar. Let me check. Ha! That briefing was stolen by Mr. Leon. He shouted, "Oh, the ink upon every single one of the newspapers will forever be my stage! I can't wait to get to Beryl Grove and share my art again!" After declaring that, he left in quite a hurry. Who knew that even columnists have to watch out for robberies too? I'll be avoiding him from now on.
Sounds like something Mr. Leon would do. I think we should avoid him too. Nikki, what do we do now?
Mr. Leon was also at the scene when the suitcase was stolen. Although he was caught up in a hallucination at the time, maybe now he can remember the more overlooked details.
Ugh. If he's off performing some one-man show again, then it looks like we'll be in for a real dramatic time. Ugh. Let's just go wait for him near the Beryl Grove.
You're here, at last. eyes untainted by worldly concerns, witness to this centuries-delayed crowning of art. A boy more fragile than an unfinished script. When he arrived in Sichia, his dreams were even bigger than the city. Even though he had already become a piece of living art, that era of foolishness trailed behind his shadow. On snowy nights, his monologues put the basement's hairband slugs to sleep. The applause that should have followed, lost along their way. Until one day, a kind gentleman gave him a gift powerful enough to shake the world, whispering, "Wear it. Wear it." He knew everything has a price. Nightmares, pain, reminding him of their existence. He went back to perform the full submission again and again, in hopes to awakening this ignorant era. But he fell, forever left upon the platform leading to his dreams.
Could that man be from Threadstar? Ugh. So they used everyone's dreams and it cost your life. But, what does this have to do with Benny?
Dear audience, don't be like those who know nothing of art, ready to tear away fate's every secret. Intermission time! Shall we have a little preview of Act 2? Look at you, such furious faces. Surely you've seen through the gods' twisted little trick. Such pitiful jealousy, too afraid to let the true starlight fall upon me. Sending that evil messenger, Benny, with fake generosity and kindness, politely selling costumes to me, all secretly marked with the price of downfall.
I mean, Benny was Cersei's only agent. I never suspected that he could possibly be one of the culprits behind selling all those stage costumes. This is truly shocking. And now it's clear. He really is connected to Threadstar.
This is exactly the evidence we're looking for. Mr. Leon, thank you for your help. I never expected that you too were hurt by Threadstar and never got to perform your solo show.
It's fine, it's fine. Every step on stage I make now is rehearsal, all in preparation for the full submission. Just wait and see. The boy who fell on the platform will be back, carrying all the scripts rejected to expose this fake world.
Nikki, can we finally take down Benny now? Let's expose Threadstar's whole scheme and reveal the truth behind everything they've been hiding.
This suggests a link between Benny and Threadstar, but we'll still need solid proof that he's the one who stole the suitcase if we want to expose his secrets.
But no one suspected Benny when we investigated the suitcase theft case before. Where do you think we should start digging from here?
Miss Nikki. There were plenty of audience members obediently seated under the stage that day. Why not go ask them?
You mean... Oh, right! We questioned Squeaky and Belford, but we got caught up with running around. We haven't even interviewed Leora yet. Maybe she'll link Benny to stealing the suitcase.
Then what are we waiting for? Come on, let's find Leora and ask her.
I think I was here. And then... Leora, are you recalling what happened the day the suitcase was stolen? Miss Nikki, yes. While you were all busy with the questioning, I just stood by doing nothing. I felt so ashamed. I thought that if I could recall some overlooked details, maybe I could help. That's fine. In fact, we were thinking the same thing. We came to hear more about that day in detail. Of course. As always, the first to receive the Dawn's first light that morning were the on-duty staff, so they would be able to quickly return to their posts. After I applied it and was about to head back, I noticed some staff were already showing symptoms. I had a bad feeling, so I ran here, hoping to meet Gordon. When I arrived, I saw Squeaky pressing juice there. She's usually really energetic, but at that moment she seemed unusually agitated.
If you say so, it really sounds like she must have already been hallucinating back then. She was talking about flying fruits, runaway bags, all sorts of impossible things.
At the same time, I saw Belford approaching. He carried a bunch of detergents, but was already unsteady. It sounds like Belford was about to hallucinate too. I wanted to help him, but I quickly started to feel dizzy myself, stumbling and bumping into him. Lots of detergent spilled. The smell was strong. Oh, this must be the fragrant fireworks Belford told us about. But then... And I started hallucinating too. I can only remember some fragments. A yellow bullcat with two blue-purple horns, wearing a blue-purple jewel on his neck. Well, I thought the bullcat might charge. While dodging it, I bumped into a sack, and I think I may have cracked it.
Do you think that bullcat could be Belford? I remember his yellow hat having two blue-purple patterns. Just a thought.
That's a possibility. Then suddenly I heard a loud shout ring out. You'd rather have perfect wheat fields than accept the Barasant I bring! Something like that.
That has to be Mr. Leon. I think your version of this line is better than his original.
That was him. I was startled then. I saw the bullcat run away, felt danger was coming, and left quickly. It looks to me like both you and Squeaky were scared off by Mr. Leon's shout. When I came to my senses, I was at a remote water spot, soaked through, and there was no one nearby. So that's what happened. We met the other witnesses Leora mentioned to us, but I can't shake the feeling that something is off. There should have been one more PC there, the thief. They couldn't have disappeared without a trace. But What exactly feels wrong? Don't rush things, Miss Nikki. Maybe we can simulate an interrogation. Treat me like a suspect, find any inconsistencies in my story. Maybe the truth is hiding in plain sight. Great idea! We should get started. Ready, Miss Nikki? We'll start when you are. Leora, could you please describe again what happened nearby that day? Especially the part where you saw Squeaky and Belford. Not a problem. When I arrived here, Squeaky seemed already caught up in hallucinations, pressing juice with wild agitation. Belford was on the other side, transporting detergent but already unstable. I tried to help but felt dizzy and accidentally bumped into him, spilling the detergent.
That's what Belford told us earlier. Is there anything that doesn't line up with the scene?
Belford was on the other side, transporting detergent but already unstable. After that, I fully slipped into hallucinations and fought with an imaginary bullcat. Well, I think that was a mistaken vision of Belford.
That seems to match Belford's testimony. I don't see any issues.
After that, I fully slipped into hallucinations and fought with an imaginary bullcat. Well, I think that was a mistaken vision of Belford. Later, I was startled by Mr. Leon's passionate performance. With Belford pacing around nervously, we both left the place.
That matches with Mr. Leon's testimony. I don't see any issues.
Later, I was startled by Mr. Leon's passion. Not a problem. When I arrived here, Squeaky seemed already caught up in hallucinations, pressing juice with wild agitation.
That info matches Squeaky's testimony. I don't see any issues.
Not a problem. When I arrived here, Squeaky seemed already caught up. Belford was on the other side, transporting detergent but already. After that, I fully slipped into hallucinations and fought with an imaginary bullcat. Later, I was startled by Mr. Leon's passionate performance. With Belford pacing around nervously, we both left the place. After that, I fully slipped into hallucinations and fought with an imaginary bullcat. Well, I think that was a mistaken vision of Belford.
That seems to match Belford's testimony. I don't see any issues.
After that, I fully slipped into hallucinations and fought with an imaginary bullcat. Well, I think that was a mistaken vision of Belford. Belford was on the other side, transporting detergent but already unstable. I tried to help but felt dizzy and accidentally bumped into him, spilling the detergent. Got it. Leora testified that she bumped into Belford and accidentally spilled detergent all over the place. Since both of the hallucinating PCs left after that happened, there's no way they could have neatly arranged the detergents found in the corner. But last time we investigated here, we saw lots of organized detergent bottles near where they bumped into each other. Someone stood the bottles back up, and that PC who did so is very likely the culprit. Miss Nikki, please let me examine these bottles. This one's scent. It's Benny. Why do you think it's Benny? I'm not sure you remember, but I mentioned when Benny was my agent, he was incredibly attentive, helping me organize clothes, even tidy my dressing table. Scripts I carelessly left lying around would be stacked neatly, and any makeup I may have spilled on my desk would be arranged just like these detergent bottles. I should mention, this detergent scent is the one Benny usually uses.
We often see Benny washing his hands. It seems he always carries detergent with him.
Yeah, although this fragrance he usually uses is quite common and very mild, when placed alongside these other nearly scentless detergent bottles here, you can still figure out the difference between them. Moreover, only this bottle has been slightly used, and the bottle's cap has an extra seal ring inside of it. That's Benny's signature. If Benny stole the suitcase, after doing the dirty work of lockpicking, he'd want detergent to clean his hands. I now suspect that the big sack I accidentally bumped into, after being startled by Mr. Leon's performance while I was hallucinating, was actually Benny.
Benny was washing his hands while he was also startled by Mr. Leon, bumped into you, and dropped this detergent?
Exactly.
That's definitely possible. But so far, it's just speculation based on Benny's habits. It's hard to prove.
Exactly. And since this detergent is so common, Benny could easily blame another PC for leaving it behind.
I think we'll need to dig a little deeper. This interrogation simulation has been really helpful to us, Leora. If you can keep assisting us while we clear things up, we would really appreciate it.
It would be my pleasure. Ready, Miss Nikki? We'll start when you are.
If this bottle of detergent with a different scent really was dropped by Benny... Oh, I see. In that case, there's still one suspicious detail. When Benny was looking for the detergent that he had dropped, he tidied up the spilled bottles by force of habit. But if he had the time and energy to do that, how could he have not taken the detergent he actually dropped?
Indeed. In his case, not having detergent is probably as bad as not wearing clothes.
Let me think about it. I've been trying really hard.
Indeed. In his case, not having detergent is probably as bad as not wearing clothes. I think maybe he did take a bottle of detergent, just the wrong one. Miss Nikki, what do you think?
Nikki, think quickly. All the spilled detergent here has to come from just one source.
I think maybe he did take a bottle of detergent, just the wrong one. Miss Nikki, what do you think? This might not be related to what we're discussing now. What we need to figure out is what exactly Benny took. I think maybe he did take a bottle of detergent, just the wrong one. Miss Nikki, what do you think? This might not be related to what we're discussing now. What we need to figure out is what exactly Benny took. I think maybe he did take a bottle of detergent, just the wrong one. Miss Nikki, what do you think?
Belford mentioned that the only detergent he's been transporting recently is the Super Duper Palmed detergent. It doesn't smell like anything, and matches the characteristics of these detergents.
I see. Since the bottles all look alike, and the scent difference is minimal, it doesn't surprise me that he grabbed the wrong detergent in a hurry.
Even if Benny did grab the Super Duper Palmed detergent by mistake, he probably realized it a long time ago. If he's already thrown away that bottle, we can't investigate further.
Maybe we can find supporting evidence from other testimonies. There doesn't seem to be any description related to Benny specifically. Although, and I hate to say it, the scar on his face is a very distinctive feature. Maybe we can find supporting evidence from other testimonies. There doesn't seem to be any description related to Benny specifically. Maybe we can find supporting evidence from other testimonies. There doesn't seem to be any description related to... Ready, Miss Nikki? We'll start when you are.
If this bottle of detergent with a different scent really was dropped by Benny... Oh, I see. In that case, there's still one suspicious detail. When Benny was looking for the detergent that he had dropped, he tidied up the spilled bottles by force of habit. But if he had the time and energy to do that, how could he have not taken the detergent he actually dropped?
Indeed. In his case, not having detergent is probably as bad as not wearing clothes. I think maybe he did take a bottle of detergent, just the wrong one. Miss Nikki, what do you think?
I remember Belford mentioned that the only detergent he's been transporting recently is the Super Duper Palmed detergent. It doesn't...
I see. Since the bottles all look alike, and the scent difference is minimal, it doesn't surprise me that he grabbed the wrong detergent in a hurry.
Even if Benny did grab the Super Duper Palmed detergent by mistake, he probably realized it a long time ago. If he's already thrown away that bottle, we can't investigate further.
Maybe we can find supporting evidence from other testimonies. Have other witnesses seen anyone with a distinctive appearance in their hallucinations? Like how I saw a sack with a big tear. There doesn't seem to be any description related to Benny specifically. Although, and I hate to say it, the scar on his face is a very distinctive feature. Have other witnesses seen anyone with a distinctive appearance in their hallucinations? Like how I saw a sack with a big tear.
Squeaky said she saw a big sack split open after being scared by another noisy sack. Maybe what she actually saw was Benny, who got a big shock from Mr. Leon.
That's definitely possible. Looks like I'm not the only one who saw a hallucination resembling Benny.
So the truth has been right in front of us all along. We just didn't see it.
Great! Now we have both the detergent he dropped and the descriptions mentioned in everyone's testimony. Nikki, can we go interrogate Benny now?
I'm still a bit worried. Will these ambiguous pieces of evidence really make him confess?
I also feel something's missing. From what I understand of Benny, the more stressful the situation, the more eloquent he gets.
We've seen that behavior before. Even with a mountain of evidence, he just keeps arguing. Hey, could this be a trait of a showbiz manager?
Huh, you could say that. In the ruthless entertainment world, it was a skill he really took pride in. Given his personality, when faced with this evidence, he'll probably claim he was poisoned and ran to the scene, but he'll firmly deny touching the suitcase.
Yeah, I can picture that. Looks like we need solid proof to show he did actually come into contact with Madame Julie's suitcase. Leora, please help me one more time. Just one last interrogation simulation.
Ready, Miss Nikki? We'll start when you are.
I think the key is right here. How can we prove that Benny made contact with Madame Julie's suitcase?
To prove that, we need to find marks on the suitcase that only he could have left. Benny definitely washed his hands with the super-duper pumped detergent he grabbed by mistake, but this detergent doesn't have any distinctive scent. Besides the scent, what kind of flaw could super-duper palmed possibly cause?
I remember the effect of super duper pumped is very special.
Besides the scent, what kind of flaw could super-duper palmed possibly cause?
Alan once told us that Super Duper Palmed can amplify the effects of other types of detergent. So powerful that the estate won't even sell it to any outsiders.
That's especially true when it's combined with One Breath Bliss and One Wash Fresh detergents. Turns out, this detergent can create so many effects. Maybe that's the key to spotting the flaw. Benny definitely washed his hands with the super-duper... Turns out, this detergent can create so many effects. Maybe that's the key to spotting the flaw.
It really is a magical detergent.
Turns out, this detergent can create so many effects. Maybe that's the key to spotting the flaw. Unfortunately, this doesn't prove Benny touched Madame Julie's suitcase. Turns out, this detergent can create so many effects. Maybe that's the key to spotting the flaw. Unfortunately, this doesn't prove Benny touched Madame Julie's suitcase. Turns out, this detergent can create so many effects. Maybe that's the key to spotting the flaw. Unfortunately, this doesn't prove Benny touched Madame Julie's suitcase. Turns out, this detergent can create so many effects.
Keep it up, Detective Nikki. We're just one step away from the truth. I can feel it.
To prove that, we need to find marks on the suitcase that only he could have left.
Madame Julie's suitcase is covered in dirt and scuff marks.
If Madame Julie saw it, she'd be upset for sure. But she carefully picked the fabric for this suitcase. It shouldn't be this fragile.
So that's it. Madame Julie's suitcase has always been maintained with one wash fresh, and that detergent has deeply soaked into the fabric.
That's why Gordon could make a special tracking reagent to help us find the suitcase.
But when one wash fresh is mixed with super duper palmed, it becomes a detergent with cleaning power that's too strong. The marks on the suitcase aren't from wear, but damage caused by washing.
Oh, during the theft, the suitcase was covered in dirt, and Benny washed it with the detergent he had on hand, but the two detergents combined, damaging the fabric.
Exactly. It's probably because he realized the fabric was getting damaged that Benny didn't dare keep cleaning. Otherwise, with his obsession for cleanliness, he wouldn't have tolerated so much dirt still on the suitcase. Leora, could you help think this through? With this evidence, is there any way he could still deny it?
Considering Super Duper Palmed is not officially sold outside the estate, this evidence is quite conclusive. If he were desperate enough to fight back, maybe he would try to claim the marks were there before the theft? The suitcase did travel with Madame Julie to Sichia and was used in faking her death, so it's possible it was damaged earlier. Other than that, I can't think of any loopholes. That might not be enough to refute his excuse. We need more decisive evidence. The suitcase did travel with Madame Julie to Sichia and was used in faking her. If he were desperate enough to fight back, maybe he would try to claim the marks were there before the theft?
This is it! This is the photo Palmy took when the choo-choo train delivered Madame Julie's suitcase. Look! The suitcase looks perfect here.
Those obvious wear marks must have appeared after this photo was taken. Miss Nikki! No, Detective Nikki. You did it!
So this is what really happened that day. While everyone was hallucinating, Benny snuck onto the scene. No one knew that a new guest had arrived at that time, except for Colleen. After stealing the suitcase, Benny washed his hands out of habit, using the detergent he'd brought. Then, Mr. Leon shouted his lines, startling all the PCs. Leora knocked over Benny's detergent bottle. When he went to pick it up, he couldn't help but organize the scattered bottles. But he took the wrong detergent, the Super Duper Palmed, the one that Belford was responsible for transporting. Benny left with the wrong detergent and the suitcase. The estate was chaotic during those few days, so no one saw the detergent bottles lined up in the corner. Later, because the suitcase was so dirty, he tried cleaning it, but didn't expect the reaction between Super Duper Palmed and One Wash Fresh already soaked into the fabric would wear the material down. Bad seeds only grow bad fruit. Eventually, he left behind a flaw.
Why did he choose this path? He cares deeply about his wounds, yet he joined Threadstar, tearing apart his own kind.
Leora, we still don't know how deeply Benny's involved. Let's talk to him first, before we make a call.
Yeah. Although he definitely helped steal the suitcase, we haven't found any other clear sign of wrongdoing. The ledger isn't his, and the Golden Vision notes aren't with him either. He already served a century in prison and got hit by his own accomplice. Before we jump to conclusions, decide whether he's truly a bad PC or not, we need to gather all the facts, piece everything together, and see the full story for ourselves.
Prison? I guess I didn't know everything about him.
Actually...
It's fine, Mr. Momo. Thanks for helping uncover the truth. If Benny really is a key member of Threadstar and tried to harm Madame Julie, I'll personally bring him to justice. Even if he's got his reasons, or if he introduced Threadstar to me, even without meaning to, I want to hear it from him directly.
Right. Before we find Benny, let's take this suitcase to Alan's for an inspection. With a professional detergent expert's report proving that 2 detergents made these marks, our interrogation will be stronger.
Alright, let's go! With Nikki and Momo on the case, and Leora helping out too, there's no way we can fail. We're definitely going to catch him.
Oh, by the Silvergale! Isn't this Madame Julie's suitcase? You found it! But why is it so dirty and damaged? The Sovereign of Sexy should always be elegant, charming, and flawless from their head to their toes. Oh, I can't stand seeing this!
Actually, we wanted to ask you about the damage on the suitcase. We're wondering, could it have been caused by detergent?
Well, you have certainly come to ask the right person. As a detergent tester myself, I am the most familiar with how to identify different types of detergents. And I am also someone who simply cannot handle when the beauty of this world falls victim to destruction.
So, Alan, can you tell what they are?
Unbelievable! Which staff member was so careless to make such a basic mistake? Both detergents, One Wash Fresh and Super Duper Palmed, were detected on the suitcase. Their combination created the special Super Clean Palm formula, which is too strong and damaged the fabric.
Just like we guessed. Do PCs that come in contact with the special Super Clean Palmed formula leave marks on their own fabric?
Definitely. That is why this special formula was only sold internally. The Ripple Estate doesn't even keep a single bottle of it in stock. Who made this mistake? Bring them here, and I'll test them thoroughly.
I'm sure I can detect the residue of the special formula.
That's great! Sorry, Alan, we're a bit pressed for time right now, but we'll fill you in on what happened later. With your help, we'll finally breathe easy. Momo, let's find Benny. He can't deny anything this time.
Here we go again. When will this end?
Benny, we've brought solid evidence this time. There's nowhere left to run. Tell us everything about Threadstar's plot.
No way. You're just trying to trick me. You really think I'd believe you? How many times do I have to repeat myself? I've got nothing to do with Threadstar!
So desperate that you're spouting obvious lies? Detective Nikki, finish him off!
How many times do I have to repeat myself? I've got nothing to do with Threadstar!
A minor offender involved in coercive sales and forced rentals, sentenced to 100 years in prison with compulsory labor.
How? How did you find this? Don't bring that up. No!
You served Threadstar centuries ago, and we should believe you're not involved with them now? Benny, if you keep this up, you'll only end up back in prison. And for even longer next time. Why won't you confess?
No! An old newspaper can't prove a thing! It happened so long ago. How is that evidence? I never stole the suitcase, or tried murdering Julie. Colleen! She's the one who did it! Centuries ago, I had no idea that Threadstar's costumes were even made like that. I have nothing to do with them! I never stole the suitcase, or tried murdering Julie. Colleen! She's the one who did it!
Do you see it now, Benny? Madame Julie's suitcase has traces from the mixture of Super Duper Palmed and One Wash Fresh, the latter being the detergent used to clean the suitcase regularly.
So what?
Where did that Super Duper Palmed come from? The only explanation is if someone left their own detergent behind and took the transport shipment. And I think the culprit is you.
No!
Actually, we've got another crucial piece of evidence. If a professional investigator examines you, they'll tell whether you're truly as clean as you claim. Maybe you ended up just as over-clean as the suitcase after coming into contact with the same mix of Super Duper Palmed and One Wash Fresh.
Enough! Enough! Stop talking about things I already know! I know I damaged the suitcase. I know I hurt the pieces. I know I'm an accomplice, but I've already tried to break away. Why can you just not let me go?
You've gone to prison for a century and still don't get it? A bad seed always bears bad fruit. Some mistakes should never have been made.
You don't know anything! What if that bad seed was just me being born? What if his dream was to be a perfect star, but an accident ruined his face? What if I was born from the nightmare wrapped in that damaged costume from such a disaster?
That seed wasn't bad. Even with that scar, you're still an excellent talent scout, helping a country girl step onto the stage. And your insistence on prop safety spared her from the same fate.
How? How did you know? Cersei?
Yes.
I've always wanted to ask her something. If I had not insisted on the original schedule that day, would she never have fallen?
She was doomed to die. She was investigating Threadstar's costumes and was targeted.
How come? No, I should have known. I rented those costumes. I just didn't dare to think about it. I always... After I got out, I was a ragged scrap with a 100-year sentence, shunned by everyone. Only Threadstar gave me a chance to keep creating perfect stars. So I told myself it was okay, that I was just a fringe PC on the sidelines. I stole the suitcase, but I didn't want to think about what was inside it. I kidnapped the PCs, but I didn't want to see what happened to them afterward.
A crime is still a crime. No matter how you tried to dodge it before, this time you still bared your claws at Madame Julie and tried to kill her.
I didn't. I'm not qualified to do such an important mission. Coolin assigned my tasks. She didn't even tell me Julie was still alive.
Julie was still alive. Leora, do you remember that when we were investigating in the Ripple wine cellar, Coolin said that too?
She did. She seemed unaware that Julie faked her death.
The attack on Madame Julie. Could the real mastermind still be hiding in the abandoned district? We need to ask Coolin again.
She won't cooperate. She joined Threadstar to find her missing twin brother. That's the only thing she truly cares about.
Missing? What else do you know about Coolin?
She'd rather talk to birds than to other PCs. Maybe because she once had a celeb crow named Cece. She's always been closer to those birds than PCs.
Cece? Could it be...
This scarf! Tommy said Mr. Simon and his sister once raised a celeb crow called Cece together.
But Simon is already...
Leora, would you be able to visit Tommy and borrow Mr. Simon's relics? I think we have a lot to discuss with Coolin now.
Okay, I'll be right back.
You'd better help her see things clearly. She doesn't need to live the way I did.
There's just one more thing, Benny. The regret from back then shaped who I am today. A patched-up me, someone with courage and patience, no longer afraid to face the truth. All the wounds, regrets, mistakes, everything is fixable. I hope you can forgive your own scars.
If only Leora had told Benny this sooner. Benny's done so many bad things, no one's going to forgive him.
Maybe what Leora meant was that having regrets and flaws doesn't mean that life has to end. It's never too late to start mending, you know? Still, the worst of it is Threadstar. This time, we have to put an end to their crimes for good.
This again? Ask away. You're wasting your time.
That's where you're wrong. We've discovered something we'd like to show you. Tommy informed us this scarf belonged to a late senior columnist. He was on his way home, planning to give this scarf with its subtle bird embroidery to his sister. Because They once raised a celeb crow named Cece.
Where is he? What do you mean by late senior columnist?
I'm sorry, Colleen. What Tommy encountered was a PC that had been born from that person's clothing. His name is Simon. We were able to locate his whereabouts within your ledger.
I didn't know!
I think this letter was meant for you. It's possible he may have taken on a new PC name to conceal his true identity, hoping to meet you again someday. But I'm sure that hearing that new name, it must have felt very unfamiliar to you.
I've been waiting for him to come home. I took my medicine. I took good care of Cece. I promised, even sick, I'd live longer than Cece. Longer than him. I wrote the newspaper letter to every address listed in our book. Later, I went knocking door to door. None of them knew. He'd gone too far away. I then became a PC. And my brother. There must be another PC born from his closet. I waited and waited for such a long time. I kept all of his clothes safe. But why, brother, why did you leave me all alone?
His strongest wish was to go home and see his sister. He only had the clothing he wore outside. The road home was too long. Why did you think joining Threadstar would help you find your brother?
The final costume, the forbidden outfit, can capture every gaze and control every mind. So many people walk the streets of Sichi and beyond. There are so many cities that are just like it. I won't be able to find my brother in all of that. Unless the outfit's finished. Whoever wears it only needs to stand on the stage and ask one question for me. That's all.
The forbidden outfit. So that's Threadstar's ultimate goal? That's absolutely crazy! You knew full well that it was an evil power. Beyond all that, you were fully aware that the PCs you ordered to be kidnapped had loved ones who would be devastated, their hearts broken because of your actions. You know that pain better than anyone.
To hurt others for your own desires, that's incredibly selfish.
Enough of this, Colleen. Don't you ever commit these evil acts again.
I'm sorry.
I'm hoping you'll help us to expose Threadstar's plan.
The forbidden outfit is almost complete. Julie is a natural star, and the Golden Vision is aimed at using her as the final material. But I don't know who attempted to assassinate her, whether she actually died, or what the fabric I took was about. All I know is I was simply following orders to complete the mission.
So, you're telling us there's a hidden boss giving you orders? We've been tracking the culprit all along, yet they somehow saw through Madame Julie's fake death and responded right away. They couldn't have reacted so fast without being at the scene. This matches the plan between Madame Julie and Leora. Right here, in the abandoned district, lies the true mastermind behind all of Threadstar's evil plans. The problem is, we still can't figure out who they are.
No matter how many accomplices they have, we'll catch them all!
Right. Madame Julie got hurt, so she's probably still resting now. When it's daytime, we should talk to Madame Julie.
Oh, this is so exciting! What's next?
Madame Julie, Leora, what are you talking about?
Just bragging about how smart and brave my little Nikki is, and how she took down Threadstar and smashed their schemes.
Yeah, without Nikki's help, I don't think our risky plan would have ever worked.
And I'm just a first-time detective. I couldn't have come this far without everyone's help. However, the matter isn't fully resolved yet. The mastermind behind all this isn't Benny or Colleen. It's someone hiding deep in the shadows. Until we've caught them, Threadstar could still hurt Madame Julie or any one of us.
Dear, you're as kind and just as little Cersei. I really like you. But it can't always be you running around for me. Now it's my turn to pitch in.
Do you have an idea, Julie?
My little Cersei, do you remember our masterpiece? As the rain falls, as the flowers bloom.
I've seen reports about it. It was a play starring Cersei and Juliet.
That's right. Rain won't hold back my steps. Let the storm rage even harder. I'm setting out to find clear skies.
That's what the elder sister said to her younger sister when she left Rain City behind.
Yes, and then it goes.
But sister, they say beyond the city lies only deeper darkness. How will you pass through the clouds? How will you withstand the lightning?
We are the sorceresses, and we ride our brooms. Look, the storm clouds lit by lightning. I'll pierce through them, pierce through the storm. You long for clear skies, only proven with your eyes.
Only proven with your eyes.
That's right. Julie won't go down easy.
Madam Julie.
It's really great to have you back.
Oh, that's all thanks to my little Nikki. If she hadn't caught the remaining Threadstar remnants, I wouldn't be standing here today.
Everyone can relax now. The last of Threadstar's remnants, Benny and Colleen, have already been captured. Ripple Estate is safe once more.
How dare they try to take Julie down? I should have defeated her, just me!
The two of them have no shame.
The raindrops creating ripples are the rhythm of my dance. Only through celebration may we drive the darkness away. Friends, let's celebrate together. The Ripple Estate soiree is about to begin. Yay!
When the mastermind thinks we've lowered our guard and tries to strike Julie again.
We'll get them right away and end this forever.